All right, so I've developed somewhat of a reputation among my mutuals for having a pretty aggressive stance on film criticism. It's kind of become a joke with some of you guys out there. Oh, everyone loves it, so Steven's going to hate it, that kind of thing. It's pretty funny. It is funny. But I want to talk about it for a minute, and I want to bring you some receipts. I do critically think about every film I see. There's no such thing as, oh, this was made for kids, so you have to stop trying to think about it like a real movie. Or, you know, this was just for popcorn. This was just cotton candy. You don't think about it that way. You can do all of those things and still do a good movie. Pixar did it in the early days. Disney has done it. DreamWorks has done it. So none of that stuff actually holds water to me. You can analyze areas of filmmaking, and they can be graded in quality. I know art is subjective, but also film as an art form is done by committee. So it's not just one person's vision that you don't connect with. It's a lot of people having a lot of input. So you can analyze a movie and know whether it's good or not. There's elements of story and of acting and of directing that all matter. And when you do something by committee, mistakes fall through the cracks. And by the time they're noticed, the film is done, the budget is spent, the movie just has to go out. And that's what happens. It happens all the time. So I'm not going to stand for that. I'm going to call it out. I want to talk for a second about Letterboxd, because that's where all my reviews are as of now. I prefer a 100-point scale. I think it offers more nuance. So when I do my Letterboxd, I look at each star as 20 points. So if I give it a 2.5 out of 5, that's 50. That's a 50%. That's a bad movie. It's not the worst movie. I really enjoy some movies that are 5 out of 10, but they're not good. So that's how you should accept my Letterboxd reviews. So now let's talk about it. Do I actually really hate everything? I saw 100 films in theater in 2022. Let's look at those 100 films for a minute. Okay, of the 100 films I saw last year, 5 films got a 5 out of 5 perfect score for me. And that's a big deal, because that means it's virtually a perfect film. I have no complaints. 10 films got a 4 out of 5 or better, which is still a pretty amazing movie. So that's 15 films right there. And 28 films rated 3 out of 5 or better. So that's pretty solid. So 43 films of the 50 that I saw last year were good to amazing films. Okay, so 57 of them were bad. They were half a star to 2.5 stars. So I actually did like a lot of what I saw last year. I saw some amazing films last year, and I'm hoping it's going to be the same this year. I'm not as bad as everybody thinks.